Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Tuesday at Two Lines. I made it. It's been a crazy day, and I apologize for being late, but I got a note. I was able to take a minute and get a notice out to let people know that I would be an hour late. And shout out to Josh Reed. Josh was supposed to come over and run some laps tonight because he's fairly close. And I basically told him I wasn't going to be able to be home until like right before I started. And I walked in like 2 minutes ago. So we made it. Welcome to Tuesday. Just so you know what's going on, tomorrow, the bank I work for, we have a customer appreciation day. And then we take off and head on our trip. And customer appreciation day is kind of a big thing. I'm basically partnering with local coffee places to give our customers free coffee. And yeah, so got some announcements tonight. Pretty excited about. So we'll talk about those in a bit. But how's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a great Tuesday. Just want to do a quick shout out. I know he's not watching because he's very sick in the hospital, but a good friend of mine, Rusty. If you are the praying type or the sending somebody good thoughts, my buddy Rusty, I've known for years, sang some together, and he's in pretty rough shape. He's on a ventilator and has pneumonia, and he's septic and lots of craziness. And I only share that because I could be real vague, and some people, wouldn't take it serious. But he's in some pretty serious trouble. So, shout out to him. Hopefully, overnight they can come up with some things that will help him, and he'll come out of it. So, just my thoughts go out to him and his family. Good people. You hate to see things like this happen to anyone, but when it's somebody close to you and you're good friends with, just a shout out to them. Let them know that I'm thinking about them. So, guys, it's that time of year. It's the NSR Eastern Nationals time of year. If you could see my desk, you would see that I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 NSR cars laid out here across the desk. All the cars that I took last year, I'm doing a once-over and taking them back with me. And I decided to open up. Let me change the camera shot here, give you a little closer view. Open up a few cars. So the Days of Thunder Mellow Yellow NSR C8 Corvette, which Marco corrected me. Shout out to Marco. Marco corrected me. I thanked him on Instagram when I posted a picture that I finally got this out of the box. It's no longer going to be a shelf queen. It's going to get tuned up and run, and I've started that process. And but shout out to Electric Dreams. I had partnered and did a collaboration with them, and as a gift, they sent this to me. And I thought that was very generous and kind. This is a special edition. It's not your run-of-the-mill NSR C8. It's a phenomenal livery. It looks awesome on the track, and I think it's going to run pretty good. I'm pretty excited about it, but I've already started the tuning process. I've gone through some things. Actually, I've run a few laps. Actually, I've even already got a mark on the body that I just noticed. Dang it. It's all right. So we're getting this one tuned up. The other one is one of the WRE Lolas. Guys, these cars are special. They pretty much come race prepped with all the parts that you need. And it's an interesting car. It's quick. It was quick right out of the box, but I'm loving it. I'm a fan of orange. I really like orange cars. My C8 is orange. I'm trying to decide. I'll throw it out here. But before I move away from the Lola, this is the short tail version, and I have a long tail version. And right now, the short tail version, this one is already as quick, maybe a little quicker on the track. But I feel like you really notice the weight of the long tail versus the short tail. But curious, the question I was going to ask is, last year I did a white kit. I'm not going to do a white kit this year. One, I don't have time. Two, I've spent too much money on this polycar track. Just being honest. But I did Rexy last year, and that was a fun car, cool car, and it ran okay. But what are your thoughts on painting one of the test kits? I know that's going to make the body a little heavier than a white kit. Am I going to notice the performance difference? So I'm trying to decide, do I take this one apart and paint it up, put a livery on it? What are your thoughts? Is it not worth it? Is it get too heavy? I could do the same thing with this. I like the pink, but I'm not sold on it. I could easily respray this and create a livery. Let me know your thoughts. But I have to have numbers, and I have to have their rules, right? You have to have 3 numbers. It should look like a race car. So I have to do something with this. Last year, I just took my markers and I painted numbers on the C8. It was not the prettiest car, but it was quick. It got around the track all right. But what are your thoughts? If I put a coat of paint on that, am I going to make the body too heavy? Will it make a big enough difference that I'll notice? Just what are your thoughts? Let's dive into the chat real quick. Kevin is in the house. Welcome, Kevin. Mr. Albright, welcome to the Tuesday at Two Lions pajama party. Yep, late night. Sorry, guys. Again, I apologize for that, being an hour late. And we probably won't go too crazy long tonight, too, because I don't want to keep people up. But we're gonna get into it. So, hey, Chris. Chris, 2 Chris's in. Appreciate you guys. You guys are always here. Hey, Jerry, Josh, they are very rooted in their magnets. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. We talk about that. Marty keeping me up past bedtime. Sorry, Chris. Man, that's why I want to try. Hey, Scott. Good evening. We'll try to get through things quick. Hey, Nathaniel. Rob's up past his bedtime too. He's only here for a short time. Josh, man, sorry, dude. Thank you though. I appreciate you letting me bail on you. The Sideways M6 GT3 isn't exactly petite either, but it's a fine runner. Looks like you guys are already in deep conversation. Hey, Hank. Hey, Bryce. Hope you're doing well. Hey, George. George, you sent me a video today, and I was so busy. I did watch it on my way home tonight, and I'm not sure I understood what was going on in it. But we gave away some of the 3A 3D setup blocks last week. Chris Frater won one. Hillbilly Slots won one. And we had a third winner. And I think they bailed off before they heard that they won. And so if anybody remembers who that third person was, throw it in the chat. I appreciate it. Hey, Ron, welcome. But Jason, I have it all boxed up. I didn't have any boxes. All the boxes I had were either way too small or way too big. And so I picked up some boxes actually yesterday. I got it boxed up. It will go out in the mail tomorrow, along with the last few stickers that I had. I've put those in envelopes and have them addressed to some people. And they got slid down in my backpack for my laptop. And then I got a new laptop bag. And when I moved to the new bag, I missed it. And so they've been in there for probably a month. So I apologize. Those will go out in the mail as well tomorrow. Yeah. And then I got a notification that George sent me something in the mail. So there's some other 3A 3D printing things coming. And I think I know what they're going to do. I think I know what they are, and they're going to bail me out on the new Polycar track. So we'll talk about that. You guys, hopefully some of you saw the video that I did Saturday. I reworked the Polycar track again. This is like layout number 7, but I'm pretty happy with this one. And maybe we'll run some laps tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Have any of you guys picked up the Sideways Mustang? It looks fantastic. I have not picked that up yet, but that's a car worth picking up. It looks really good. Hey, Bryce. So that means no tuning sequence from Josh. There you go. Scott, I like how it looks, but it seems to be big. Yeah. Hey, Jim. Good evening. Hillbilly's in the house. So yeah, you got your setup block on its way. Sorry it took me a week to track down some boxes, but you know how it is when you're prepping to leave work for a few days. You want to leave everything in good order, and you basically just you put in like an 80-hour week and a 40-hour week just to take 40 hours off. Hey, John Cook. I can do better with a front engine fly. Josh, you can't type on your tablet to save your life. Hey, Joe, great stream last night. So not only does it seems like everybody Joe invites over kicks his butt on the track. I mean, Jen usually kicks his butt on the track, and then Ben last night. Good job, buddy. I'm really enjoying Monday nights. A lot of times I will throw the live stream on while I'm walking, and I'm kind of watching my phone and walking through town. The streets are the sidewalks are lit up well enough I can do that. Nick, what's up? Ron is in the house as well. Ryan. Hey, Ryan. I was serious about your comment. I have some tires around, some super tires around here. Pamela has been gracious enough to send me some tires, and so maybe I have some Carrera tires that would fit some of the cars you're looking for tires for. If not, Bruce at Cincy Slots has a huge selection of super tires. You can get them from other places too. Great Traditions has a huge selection of super tires, so they're pretty easy to come by, or you can go straight to Pamela. But shout out to Super Tires. The collaboration we did the last couple months with the giveaways has been great. It's been great to communicate with them, and I want to give one last shout out for Super Tires. Good people. Like, listen, we have great choices, and you know, Pamela reached out to me to do a kind of a sponsorship, and at Cincy Slots we run Super Tires. Now, I had a great conversation with Steve from from Slot Car Corner, and Slot Car Corner is part of Quick Slicks, and Mike Stott. I'm not, there's no games there. Mike likes to give me a hard time about it, but it's all good. Pamela sent me some of these Ghost grips. Now, being the great big brother that I am, I gave my brother a set of them, 1403s. And what do you know? If he didn't put them on his Group C car and go win Thursday night. So Ian Douglas liked to talk about there's no magic bullet. Right here, boys, the Ghost grips, the magic bullet. If you see how close the race was, I think Dusty got lucky with his roll and beat Bruce by like a half an inch. It's pretty pretty close, tight racing. Third place was right on their heels too. So, but the Ghost grips from Super Tires came through. Good stuff. But Pamela, shout out to Super Tire for making a great tire, and for being great people, and supporting the hobby. And so thank you. But yeah, Ryan, let me know what cars you're looking for, and maybe I've got a few I can send you so you can test them out and try them. Love to help out if I can. Who else? Yeah, Josh is busy. It's because he's not here running laps because I couldn't get home in time. Hey, John Tucci. So I asked Copilot to tell me how to tune a slot in Jive, like in the movie Airplane. This is what it said. Oh boy. What else do we have? Let's see. Hey, DG. Hello to all. Hey, Bruce. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you being here. Hey, Steve. Good to have you. Hey, Sweet Carlson. You're not that late, brother. I started late. I didn't start till 9 Eastern instead of 8 Eastern. So you are in good shape. B-Rads is in the house. Troy. Hey, guys. Praying for Rusty. Man, thanks, Troy. I really appreciate that. Rusty's a great guy, and man, you just hate it for him. Hey, Oscar. Oscar, I did the install, and we got a video coming out to talk about that. Great products, Slot Invasion. I always give you a shout out when I see you in the chat. I really appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out. Jannard, hey, welcome. PB&J, welcome. B-Rads. Tad, what's up, Tad? Tad, have you been building some cars? I won't get into those until after the Eastern Nationals. I can't think of anything else right now. So maybe we'll do some builds. Although I am in the process of painting my VW, so that's some scratch building, and the 55, or I'm sorry, yeah, the 55 Chevy. I've got some 3A 3D projects that I'm finally getting to finish. So yeah, working on that. Hopefully I can get some of those done. Hey, Daryl. No Shelf Queens, Daryl. That's right. No Shelf Queens. This car's fun. It's a good car. But this car, there's not many that look better on the track. I can't create a livery that good. Plus, I'm nostalgic. I love Days of Thunder is one of my favorite movies of all time. Gosh, such a good movie. If you like racing. It's cheesy. I get it. Hey, Dickie. Can't wait to nerf the mellow yellow vet into the Nats. I look forward to it, brother. Guaranteed I won't qualify as well as I did last year. So you'll probably be so far ahead of me that we won't be in the same heat. I'll probably be in those first couple heats. The Lola, yeah, Oscar. It looks good too. And I love it. What else do we have? I recreated the mellow yellow. I recreated the mellow yellow livery on that exact car in Gran Turismo 7. Looks so good on it. Yeah, Bryce, it does. It fits perfect on that car. It's fantastic. Hey, Harry. Good evening. Patrick, good evening. Patrick, I will give you a call. I've got actually a couple things. We probably need to do a call with Greg Kessler, maybe the three of us, because we've got some projects coming up where we want to see if there's any future features coming to Fast Laps that might help us manage some races in a particular way. So we got some ideas, and you can, you can either say yay or nay, or, but maybe that we can talk about that tomorrow on our call. So I look forward to it. I've got 14 and a half hour drive in front of me, so I'll have some time. Let's see here. What else? Filthy little slots. Good evening. Have Alan make it a golf car. Yeah, I've thought about that. There's so many golf cars though. Um, I have an idea for a livery. We'll see. Up too late at 2 lines. That's right. Is only 0.7 grams heavier. I understand. I weighed them and I understand that, but daggone, it just feels different in the turns, and obviously that's probably tuning. It's probably has nothing to do with the car, but I kind of like the looks, the open back of the short tail, but I'm not afraid that my long tail is actually a really good running car. So I think that would be cool. I don't think it would add enough weight to make that much difference. See, that's what I'm thinking too. Dickie, can't wait to see you at the Nats. Things are getting exciting. I agree, Josh. I can't wait to get to see all of our friends. I'm so looking forward to that aspect of it. Since we're talking about the Nats, hey Vince, I'll move into that. The announcement that I have. I'm 21 minutes in, right? We can do this now, guys. Josh. Yes, Josh, to answer your text question. Yes, I have. That's one of the things on my list to talk to Patrick about. So I already said that Steve Swatell is going to join me in the booth and be part of the broadcast team for the Eastern Nationals. And I'm super excited about that. One, Steve and I have had some great conversations over the last few weeks, which just makes me even more excited about it. Having him sit there, and he's just a wealth of slot car knowledge, has been in the hobby a long time, and just brings so much to the table. And he's very generous. Slotcarcorner.com. If you buy parts and cars and things, make sure you visit them. But he's offered to help level up the production value of our live stream with the addition of a few things. And I'm pretty humbled by that. It's very, very kind of him, but I'm super excited to have him sitting there beside me, talking about slot cars. And he built a website over the last few days, so that you can go out and register. Now, I did make the announcement that they're out on the Home Racing World forum. There is a link to like a Word document that you can fill out to give us some driver information. Well, now they've even upped that to a website that you can pre-register, and there's an early bird discount. If you pre-register online, you save $10 for the race. $10 goes a long way. That's a set of tires, right? So go pre-register so we get an idea of how many people. And if something happens, there's a refund policy, 3 days before the event, up till 3 days before the event. All the details are there. But one of the things that we need to add is we've added a third person to the broadcast team. And a shout out to our brothers, Ian and Doug at Magnetic Racing, because they're going to be in the States the weekend before for the NSR Western Nationals out at Electric Dreams. And they will be hosting that race, and Electric Dreams puts on a fantastic live stream. And part of that is they've got Carlos who produces it, and they've got Ian and Doug from Magnetic Racing who do commentary. And Ian is so prepared. He comes in and he learns people's names, and he learns about the drivers and where they're from and what they like and what kind of car they're racing and all these things. And he texted me yesterday and said, "Hey, I'm sticking around another week. And if I can stay with you guys, I'm going to stick around and I'm going to help you do the broadcast." So Ian Weir from Magnetic Racing is going to be on the broadcast team. So it's Steve, Ian, and myself. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to produce and direct kind of what you see visually. Instead of try to do everything, I'm going to focus on that a little more and be a third voice in the conversation. And then I'm going to be like the sideline reporter, catching people after their heats, interviewing them, talking to people, just kind of like the man on the street kind of thing. And we're going to rotate through, but it's going to give us a chance to be live the whole day and have commentary going, 99% of the time, whether it's just one of us, or all three of us, or any grouping of the two of us. I am super excited about it. One, I finally get to meet Ian, and I hate that Doug can't be there, but he's got to get back to his family. But we love these guys, and they really have been super supportive of my channel and of the slot car scene here in the United States. And with the work they do with Marco at Electric Dreams, that's been phenomenal. And so shout out to them. But how cool is it that he's going to come over and help with the live stream with me? I was so excited when he sent me the message. It's just going to add so much to the event. So I'm pretty excited about that. So that was my big announcement is Ian. Thanks, Ian. Super excited about you coming over and bailing me out. It's going to be fun. But we're going to miss Doug because, we need all levels of slot car racers out there to participate. And if Doug was coming, he would race. And it would just, mean that I'm further down the leaderboard. That's what it would mean. So we're going to miss you, Doug. But Ian, thanks, man. And I think we locked down some accommodations maybe tonight. So you won't be sleeping under the stars. We'll have you might be on the top bunk above Dusty, but it's all good. Do the old acid dip trick to the body to lighten it up. That's funny, George. Slap on some numbers and decals and go racing. Thanks, John. Maybe that's all I need to do. But you got to understand, I'm like in this text group with a bunch of guys that are putting out like these amazing liveries, and I'm like, this is an amazing livery, but it is what it is. I'm going to run out of time. So what else do we have? Hey, Dale, I think give it a good sanding and some light paint. Dale, I think that's what I'll probably do. I'll probably take it apart and try to mask what I can and just sand it a little bit, give it a color, and come up with some stickers, and we'll see. I'm listening but can't comment often. I'm at work. Hey, DG, no worries, man. We're just glad you're here. Be safe, whatever you do. Hey, DW. Perfect time for the left coast. That's right. Jim, if I could figure out how to get out there, I would love to be there for both the Western and the Eastern Nationals. But I don't think I can make the time away from work, because I'd have to get out there like Wednesday and take a few extra days. It's not that I don't have the days to take. It's just, it's a busy time. So, but man, that would be fun. No body mods allowed rules. That's right. Thanks, John Mark. John Mark stopped by earlier and picked up some of his cars, I think. And he's going racing in Dayton tomorrow. So that's cool. I'm not sure what cars he took. He should have taken his C8 Corvette. Yeah, Chris is not going to be able to go because he bought a new house and has a massive basement that, like, he has room for the slot car tracks that I don't have room for. Sean, dang, hopped off to meet the wife and missed the beginning. You didn't miss that much. I didn't start till 9 Eastern, so we're good. Hey, Bill, thanks for being here. Mike's Little Shop of Hobbies, good evening. Love it. Hey, Alan, thanks for tuning in, man. Oh, we got a big crowd tonight. 80 people. That's awesome. What else? What else? Oh, so the Nationals race. I've got the C8 that I ran last year. That I'll take because I know that it performs. It's pretty good. And it's well broken. Rexy will probably make another appearance. I'll get a livery on the Lola. And hey, Michael, thanks for tuning in. And then I've got another 908 in the Martini livery, and then I've got these two. So we'll get them race prepped, ready to go, hopefully, and see if we can't not finish at the bottom of the pack. That's what we're headed for. Ben, hopefully we see Ben there at the Nationals. It's going to be here before we know it. I mean, here we are, the 21st of October. And it like once we get to this last quarter, it just flies by because of the holidays and all the things on the schedule. So let's see who else. Hey, Marty, brewing coffee to stay awake for Marty's Mania. There you go. Hey, Joey, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, we got a great crowd. Hey, Warren, welcome. Here you go, Warren. I'll give you a sneak peek of what's going on over there. So there's where we're at now. We got lap timing set up. We've got driver stations. We have some still I gotta get an order in for those borders. Actually, I forgot, and since I won't be able to pick up my mail for a couple days, so I might as well wait. Hey, Mike. But yeah, this is what Warren cost me right here. You meant to text me today, or you meant to text somebody else? I think you should paint the cars. I really doubt you will notice a difference in the performance. Yeah, Mike, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to rough them up a little bit and hit them with a coat of paint and put some type of livery on them. Hey, Muff Man, thanks for being here. Man, I wish I came over for those magic tires, even if it's super late. Magic, Josh. Magic. That's right. The Ghost Super Tires. Too funny. Hey, they were new tires. They were clean. We know that Bruce's track likes brand new silicones, right? You put a set of silicones on and your first 50 laps, or you're going to be your best 50 laps on that track. That track loves, it's an old Carrera track. It's seen lots and lots of laps. So it likes new tires, super squeaky clean. What else? Hey, Thomas, greetings from Florida. I'm headed your way, Thomas, tomorrow evening. See, I know Pamela says it's only a color change, but the Ghost tires stick better in the corners. I don't know. See, now, Chris, you're just feeding into the magic, the silver bullet, the magic bullet thing. They're the same tires. It's just pigment. It doesn't change the durometer of the tire. And we'll see how many people show up with them Thursday. Hey, Ernest, you're going to turn laps with Colt. Fantastic. I'll tell Colt we said hello. Hopefully he's doing great. Shady Dave is in the house. Slot Car Bro, another great Tuesday. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I hope so. What else? So I talked about the liveries. You guys think painting, just get it done? Just get them painted. That's what I'll make sure happens. Steve Holzman, if you are in the house, text me. Maybe we could do this walkthrough tonight if it's not too late. I don't know. Starting late probably didn't help matters. If not, it might be a few days before we get to it. But I'd really like to get it out. Oh, great content. That was one of the things I want to talk about. If you guys noticed that George has been posting a lot of stuff lately about the new things that 3A3D is putting out. They're doing some decals. They've got the new website. And so I just want to give a shout out to those guys doing some great stuff. And all that content's really, really good. Shotgun Dave got a new camera and computer. And his live stream, he's upped his game immensely with that. His live streams look great now. Not that they weren't great before, but the camera, the OBSBot camera, they do a really good job. They're pretty impressive for a little webcam. Slot Car Home Track Hobbyist, good evening. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. The Eastern Nationals is all I can think about these days. My son and I are going. Mike, that's awesome. It is, it kind of gets in your blood a little bit, and there's some excitement that builds around it. It's a fun event. I'm glad you're coming. Can't wait to meet up with you in person. It'll be fun. One of the moderators, can you, Josh, or who else do I have out there that would have that link that Steve put up, so people who are going to the Eastern Nationals can see that link and go pre-register and fill out the online form? That would be great. Anybody who has interest in sticker swaps, email is in my channel description. I have to pick up some stickers from the local printer, and I'll be back in the game with that. I gave away I sent out like 400 stickers, guys, which is crazy. Yeah, Steve, thanks, man. I just got your text. Yeah, dude, it's been a long day. I'm right there with you. We'll make it happen, though. I apologize. Hey, Alan. Had a good, clean run. Wasn't just tires. Yeah, Alan. He said that car was hooked up really well. What's crazy is it didn't run as well the week before, so it's funny. Oh, just got the thumbs down. Yeah, no worries. Sometimes I get that. Thanks, Steve. That's awesome. Who else? So great content. John Albright has been posting some great content. Now, John doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he posts a lot on Home Racing World's Facebook page. And John got a new controller. And you guys know I'm sort of fascinated with controllers and some of the engineering that goes into them. And it's taught me a lot about electronics. And I talked about Steve Howie is writing a white paper, right? And we're going to do a video. We just haven't had the time to make that happen, but it will happen. But John's been posting a lot about the Plus One controller, and I'm super fascinated by that controller. I think it would be a great controller. I really like some of the features that it has. I like the memory piece that it has. And so maybe I can get my hands on one. But Ian and Todd have one as well on their channel. And Ian posted yesterday that he was uploading that video. So hopefully soon we will get a review video of the Plus One controller from Ian Douglas and Todd Ullery. And so I'm excited about that. But today they released a great video. For those of you who are using rubber tires, Todd did a complete walkthrough. It's like an hour and a half long, and it is just gold, I'm telling you, about truing tires. And he goes from start to finish, truing a set of tires, NSR, rubber tires. And he talks about the setup and truing and what you want to look at. He talks about foam inserts and using foam inserts. It's really, really good. Like I said, there's some really good content out there. Not all of it's on YouTube though. There's a lot of great content on Home Racing World in the forum, always in the forum, but on the Home Racing World Facebook page. Harry usually posts a lot of his videos, reposts them there from YouTube. Slot R posts links to his sometimes there. Shotgun Dave, George, they all post on the Home Racing World, but John Albright's been like killing it with some of his posts, especially about the controllers. So there's a lot of good content out there, guys, and go support those other channels and go hit the like and subscribe, and that helps get that information out. And I think that's what's important is some great information that can help people get better. But so if you need to know how to true rubber tires, some of the best at it put out a long video with every detail that you would ever need to know about truing those tires. Fantastic work. I know they're not in the chat tonight. They make it some weeks, but great content. And they haven't posted anything for a while. They've been really busy. They went to Canada for the NSR championships up there. But now that they're back and they've kind of rested and caught up, we're seeing some really good stuff come from them. Of course, we got Jim Rose out there always letting us know what's going on with the race scene out there. And I told Jim that I was going to send him the MK 15 controller so he could test it. And then I ended up using it at the endurance race, and it was so stinking good that I haven't been able to send it out to him. So Jim, I probably won't be able to send it to you until after the Eastern Nationals. I apologize. But maybe that following week, I can box it up and send it to you. I hope that works. Swede says, my son is coming to the Nationals too. I just want to finish ahead of him. There you go. That's funny. Nice. That's awesome. And I'm super excited. There's going to be a lot of people. Maybe we can get Daryl to come. Only reason I did okay is because I was drafting behind Dusty. Yeah, I think the new controller was a big help, Daryl. It lets you be you. So maybe losing your controller or misplacing it and getting that new controller was all worth it. Total demolition. Joe says, do a cool scalloped paint scheme on the C8. Joe says, question, what is the consensus on racing on the inside lane? Do we push out or respect the outside lane racer? What is acceptable etiquette? Now, hold on a second. You're asking if you're on the inside lane, I mean, you don't want to nerf people, even though that's what Dickie's planning to do to me. It's okay. It's just what we do. I think the consensus is no, you don't, right? But we all know that there are people that don't think twice about it. And then there are some people who, if you're a little too crazy around them and cause problems, they'll do it to get you out of the way because they can't trust racing next to you. So I think the proper etiquette is if you're not as fast as somebody, and it took me a while to learn this, I will tell you this, Joe. the first couple times I raced was not my mindset, and I probably upset a few people. And so I'm trying to correct that. I'm trying to be a better person. If somebody's faster, ask Joe from New York. I'll let him go. I let him go by me way too many times. I probably should have nerfed him or dunkled him, or there's lots of terms. Every club probably has their own term for it. But I think what you want to do is you want to have good etiquette on the track. And if somebody's faster than you and they're coming up behind you and you know that you can't hold them off, wrecking them is not the way to do it. Let them go. Let them go by you. And more than likely, they will come out of the slot at some point and you'll get that pass back. Most of the time. That's my consensus. Other people might have something else to say about that. Thanks again for the rule breakdown. Thanks, man. I'm glad you like that. I think the rule breakdown was good. It was simple. We didn't over elaborate on things. There's still some gray areas. There's a couple really good questions out there that I haven't been able to get to. Maybe I will get to them later tonight on that video that I want to follow up on. There was questions about, can you cut down your axles to save on some weight? And yes, you can do those things. Unless it specifically says that you can't in the rules, right? But I think the rules are pretty straightforward. What's not allowed is spelled out, and the lines that are drawn are there. Just read carefully. But I'm glad you appreciated that. It was fun to sit down with Greg. Greg is somebody who combs over the rules, and I knew that he would do a great job. And so, yeah, it was good. I'm sorry, there was a little bit of an audio problem. We don't know what happened. It wasn't happening while I was recording, but in the playback, it had a little bit of reverb in the room, and I tried to cut as much of that as I possibly could out, but it's manageable. And maybe as we get questions, we'll do a follow-up to that. Yeah, we want people to have an enjoyable time. So thanks. If you haven't checked that out and you're planning to go to the Eastern Nationals, go check out the rules breakdown video that Greg and I did. I posted it on Saturday last week. Yeah. Hey, Braden. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate that. It's good to have you. Braden's got some great content. He did a great tuning video. I think it's on the Motown channel, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe it is, Braden, your personal channel. But yeah, and thanks. Keep it up. Look forward to, I subscribed. I'd look forward to seeing more stuff. It was a really good breakdown. I generally try and stay tidy no matter where I'm at on the track, and especially love the gutter lanes, especially tough to stay tidy in the gutters, but it's worth it. Yeah. I got my 4 slot car stands black yesterday from Slot Car Corner. Nice. Your rule breakdown was awesome. I did not realize that you have to run the exhaust on the 908. I'm so glad I did not throw it away last year when I painted the car. I would have failed tech. Yeah, Mike, we'd like to see that stuff on there. It needs to be on there. You can buy those parts. I think Cloverleaf has them. I think Professor Motor has them. I saw them on their website. So, yeah. So even if you didn't have them, you could get a hold of them. There's a lot of folks in the chat. Sorry if I missed anyone. Yeah, Jerry, no worries, man. I feel like I miss somebody every week. I hope I don't upset anybody ever. That's not my... Hillbilly likes running the F1s. What is going on? Braden is getting ready for the Western Nationals. The F1s are going to be fun but tricky. I agree. I have an F1. It is fast. It runs great. I didn't tune it. John Albright tuned it. And it's one of my favorite slot cars. And I always joke around about... I always joke around about that he's never getting it back. And he always says, I gave that to you. It's all good. I don't expect that car back, but it's kind of my running joke. I kind of enjoy that. I wish I had that kind of memory. I wish I had a better memory. Let's see what else. So Braden, are you going to do a breakdown video of tuning? Are you going to the school of Ian and Todd? Is that the tuning school that you've gone to? Those guys know what they're doing. They put together some really good cars. I think I might stay home and just watch the live stream. Rob, the live stream is going to be awesome, but you're going to be on it. I'm going to need you to fill in for me every once in a while. You know, Kurt and Rob show. It's going to have to make it happen. Yeah, Filthy Little Thoughts. That's great, man. Ian will be an awesome contributor to your commentary. I look forward to it. Yeah, Bryce. Yeah, Ian will hit a home run, man. It's exciting. Thanks, John. I appreciate that. I'm learning. Hopefully I get better each time, but I think the synergy the three of us will be great. Respect earns respect when racing. If the racer behind you is clearly quicker, the right thing to do is let them by. Thanks, John. I'm doing the best. And actually, John's the one that taught me that. Bruce tried to teach me that, and I wouldn't listen. And then later that night, John's like, oh, no, dude, you need to let them go by. I was like, but I don't want to let them go by. I don't want them to pass me. I don't like it when people pass me. But you know what? Sometimes somebody's faster than you. You just have to accept that. Just try to stay in the slot and keep up. Usually it's my brother. My guess is Dodgers in 5. Yeah, that Dodgers team looks really good. That performance from Ohtani, oh my gosh, that was unbelievable. The wide world of slots, Marty, Ian, and Steve. Greg compared it to some NASCAR guys today that I thought was funny. Darrell Watcher and a few others. I thought that was pretty funny. Let's see. What else? Tad, Marty, do you have any rituals you do before a race, like throwing a handful of used tires over your left shoulder or something? Tad, no. But I will tell you that I usually get an adrenaline pump that's almost uncontrollable, and my right leg will shake like crazy for it was about 4 stints, about half the race last year at the Nationals. But I've done enough racing since then that it's calming down a little bit, and I can get control over it in about a couple minutes. But sometimes it creeps back in. I get excited about something, but no pre-race rituals. Not yet. I haven't developed any yet. Sean says, did you get my stickers? I forgot to put a note in the envelope. Sean? Yes, I also got stickers from Vince. And I got stickers from... I can't read the handwriting. So yes, I did get stickers. I kind of got envelopes of stickers everywhere. Yeah, this whole sticker exchange is crazy. Actually, Sean, I think the stickers I'm sending out tomorrow, my last couple stickers are going to you and Dave Gorley, and so there's one other off the top of my head. I can't remember. Let's see. Also, if anyone's interested, Josh will be at Cloverleaf on the 29th. I'll be there racing. Now you need a Pro Track from Scale Auto. That's where my buddy Steve Holzman comes in. We just go down to his house. He's got a nice big layout in Scale Auto. The Nats race day schedule on Sunday looks to be brutal if you have to drive home. That's actually on Saturday, Scott, not Sunday. Those white tires are junk. That's right. Sense the sarcasm. No, Marty, you are right. My OCD would be screaming at me to black out the sidewalls. That's funny. The lives loomed like crap before, and he will admit it. Yep. Oh, you're talking about Shotgun Dave. There he is. Yeah, dude. They weren't horrible. It was just his camera was a little grainy at times, and a lot of that has to do with lighting. But he's killing it now, man. The OBSBot camera is killing it. Actually, Dave's killing it with the OBSBot camera. Daniel, good evening. John Albright counting rivets. There you go. Yeah, the new website, Chris, you're right. It is great. It's fantastic. Makes it very easy to find everything you need. George, thanks. I knew I could count on George to throw the link out there. Man, it tells me just how far behind I am in the comments. Well, everyone, it has been another cool digital hangout session, but I'm out of here. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Yeah, man. Good stuff. Thanks, Chris. What else? Hey, Robert. Hey, Brian. Good evening. The +1 has made all my cars new again. Yeah, that's kind of what I feel like what a controller does. It lets you re-experiment with cars that maybe you haven't run in a while to see if you can get a little more out of them. With the settings that you have. I mean, I found that with the MK15 is there are cars that I felt like I tapped out what I could get out of them with the DeFalco, and then I tried them with the DS, and I got a little more out of them with the DS because that braking circuit is really, really good. And then the MK, I was like, yeah, I can even, there's more there. And so it opens up a whole new world. And what's interesting is the time I've spent with the MK15, when I go back to the DeFalco, I'm changing my settings on my DeFalco and getting faster with my DeFalco. I can't explain it, but the other controllers are teaching me some things about how I set up my DeFalco that there are some other things I should try, right? And so I think that's the fun part about the controllers. Yeah, Jim, I'll get it out to you, man. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. I'm so attached to it now is if I send it to you and something happens and it doesn't make it back by the Nationals, like I'll be bummed because I'm looking forward to using it. But we could show up there and that controller could not be good on that. Thursday at Cincy was an awesome race. Yeah, Dusty, well done, man. But I can't believe how tight the racing was. But that's typical. That club is getting so from top to bottom. We started talking about it last year, and even at the end of the season before, from top to bottom is getting tight. And like every week, it's somebody different is stepping up and putting up great laps. And we've seen people who used to be towards the bottom, like squeeze the top. And that's what it's about, man. And it's because here's my philosophy on it. Not philosophy. I mean, I guess my opinion of why that's happening is people are working harder in preparing their cars. They're practicing more and getting better with the trigger. And the people at Cincy Slots are helping people get their cars right for that track. I think you add all those things together. It's not just one of those things. It's all of those things. And so we see it with Larry and Tate and how they've improved. We see it with John Mark when he comes, how much he's improved since day one, and Dusty, and Daryl, and Rob, Alan. Like all these guys are just getting faster and faster and faster. And so when you think about those top 5 guys, it used to be Bruce and Josh and Hermo and I mean, the those guys were always in the top 5, and now that's expanded to like the top 10, right? Because a lot of the group has caught up, and it's because those guys helped. They could have not shared any knowledge. Bruce could have not shared anything. He just kept winning, but he didn't do that. He helped people tune some cars that asked for help. Daryl helped people get their cars where they need to be. Steve Holzman started helping people tune cars and make improvements. And so we've seen Bernie be really competitive, and lots of other guys, and that's what's fun. And I hate that I haven't been there, and that I'm not even going to make it this month to race. It's a little frustrating because it's 2 of my favorite classes that we're running this month, but life is just not allowing it. Some guys see nerfing as an acceptable move. I do not. B-Rads, yeah. I think that sometimes it's a retaliation. Sometimes it's I'm just trying to get past you. But I find that most of the time, if you race somebody fair, they'll return the favor. And very few times have I raced with somebody who's just brutal on me. But yeah, it is what it is. I finally just signed up for the Eastern Championship race, and I have my ticket. No aspirations, just learning. So, Michael, here's the thing. You're going to get a chance to meet a bunch of fantastic guys. And that should be the biggest, the most important thing of the whole event is just going and having a great time and getting to meet a bunch of guys that can help you with your car. And you said you want to learn, and that's a great place to learn. Braden P, it's past your bedtime. That's funny, Jim. Hey, Gary. I heard that you are going to have some company at the Eastern Nationals. Yes, Gary. I'm going to have some company. Steve Swatel from Slot Car Corner and Ian Weir from Magnetic Racing. Super excited about it. Good stuff. Hey, Mark. Mark and his son are going to be at the Nationals as well. Man, what if we could get John Albright to come to the Nationals? If you're a traffic hazard who continually doesn't get it, all bets are off. Yeah, I think that's what happens. Is some people just get fed up and say, you know what? Listen, dude, you've knocked me out of the slot 5 times. Next time I get close, I'm just gonna get you out of the way so I can move on and finish my race. You've already cost me the win, so right. So I get it. Yep. Slot Car Corner will be there with you at the Nationals too. Yes, Gary. Yep. Steve will be there with me. I'm excited about that. It's going to be great. The 2-tone paint job using the original color is half the paint and half the weight. Joey, that's actually a good idea. Looking at these 2 colors, I could probably do that. I could probably tape something off and do a 2-tone. I could probably do a fade of something. See, what's going to end up costing me is I'm going to have to get a stinking airbrush. I know what's going to happen. John, I have a few of those. I was hauling in the outside lane at the Michigan 24, and the guy next to me was slower than me, but would start racing me as soon as I got close. He eventually got it. Well, figured it out. Yeah, great. I'm glad you guys put the link out there. I appreciate it. Yeah, no worries, Gary. I was tracking with you, man. You have to get a nudge to get the point across. Sometimes I need a hammer. Somebody's got to hit me with a hammer for me to get it. A shot and a beer before every lane change takes care of the leg shakes, Marty. Thanks, sweet. I might have to take you up on that. If I'm numb, my leg won't shake. If I don't know where I'm at, my leg probably wouldn't shake either. Yep, they will be in my corner. I'm pretty excited about that. Hate to do it, but sometimes it's happening. I didn't know it was that crazy. No worries. No, Sean, it's funny. I just like it's hilarious how many people have jumped on this. I think it's awesome. Like I'm working on something to put all the stickers on that could be in the backdrop for me. Yes, yes, Josh does. We always know when Josh is having a beer. Old man road to fitness after surgery. Dwan, how are you, man? No worries on the later arrival. Hopefully you're doing well. I saw your picture looking sharp on Facebook there last week. Good stuff, man. But hope you're doing well. Yep, I knew who you were. I got you. Thanks for tuning in. Dominga, what did you miss? You got here late. Dominga, I am going to Dayton this year to race. Promise. Maybe in November when you guys start up. I need to look at what classes are running and see if I've got something that would fit. But it'll be good to see you, man. It's been a while. Hopefully you're doing well. Fox and Wolves is in the house. What's up? How are you guys doing? Hopefully everybody's well. Brad Sanders, Chico, California check-in. Turns out there are some private tracks around here. Brad, that's great to hear. I'm glad you got some place you can go. Hey, Brad, I'm in Willows area with 4-lane Scaly. Daryl, can I buy a guide off you? Dominga needs a guide. John Allright better come to the Nats. Even more slot car royalty. That's right, man. I think John would have a great time hanging out with the guys there. You can get Daryl and Alan up there too. If you get nerfed by a newbie, your fault. If you get nerfed by a good driver and he don't apologize, you must have earned it. Alan, that is a great point. If I do something to somebody, even if it's close and I didn't really do it, but it feels like I may have caused something, I give an apology. But yeah, that's one of those things like if your family has a crazy uncle and you don't know who it is, it's probably you, right? That's the same type of analogy. Who else? However, a good car on rubber tires is a good car on silicones is what we've found around here. So John Albright would be happy. This car right here has the 0 graining tires on it. And I will tell you right now, they probably don't have enough laps to be ready to roll, but they're probably getting close. This car's quick. It's really quick. But my silicone tires are probably just as fast on the Polycar track right now. But the more laps I run with this, the faster this thing gets, the more locked in it gets. Plus, it needs a little bit of tuning. I have not taken it apart yet. Yeah. So we'll see. If I do my normal tuning, it should easily be my fastest car on the Polycar. So the 0 grain tires are for real, I think. If I were to attend, I'd have no problem running them house rules. Yeah, no, you wouldn't have any problem. Yeah, dude, you'd be great on that track. You would enjoy it. It's definitely a challenge. I think that's part of it. But yeah, man. No pressure, but it would be awesome if you figured out a way to make it to one of these races sometime. One, it would be great to get a chance to meet you in person. We've had so many offline conversations. Um, but it would be fun to hang out. And I think you would like the group of guys that show up to this. It's just a bunch of great guys. You got the guys that race at the cave from the Cleveland area. Great guys, man. I just really enjoy Ben and Ron and George and Mike, and there's a bunch more, but those guys are all great. And then Daniel and our buddy Daniel, you've talked to Daniel a few times. I think you would get to meet those guys, the guys that from Michigan that are around Cloverleaf, all good people. And I know that every club and every track has that. I hope they do. But it does feel a little special. Not gonna lie. I'm totally looking forward to the event. If you're using NASCAR cars, getting nerfed is part of the game. There you go. Robbins Racing. Vin. Hey, Vin. Yeah, it's all right. Better late than never. We're winding down towards the end. What else do I have? I feel like there was one other thing I wanted to talk about. New great content that's out there. Prepping for the Eastern Nationals. 3A, 3D. Some cool stuff coming from those guys. Ian, Steve, helping with the broadcast for the Eastern Nationals. Looking forward to the Western Nationals, what's going on out there. Those guys always do an awesome job. Ian and Todd's content is good. Working on the car breakdowns with Steve. We'll have that coming soon. Oh, Polycar track. Is it still over there? I think it's still over there. There you go. It is still over there. Let me talk a little bit about the changes I made. I talked about it in the video from Saturday, but the struggle I was having was I like some S turns, but I was trying to maximize using every piece of track that I had. And it just made for a busy track. And the track was all right-hand turns. And I know that that's not what we're going to see. This is supposed to be a test track. It's supposed to help improve us to go to the Nationals and be better in the garbage lanes. Those two inside lanes it's a pretty tight way around the track. Even the outside lane, when you get into that coming down the hill over the bridge, you are on a really tight R1 right there on that outside lane where the 908 is sitting, the silver 908. You know, you're back on the inside of that R1 and it's tight. This track is about trying to improve in the gutter lanes. That is the whole reason I built this track. Was 4 separate lanes that all have very technical turns. This is not a high-speed track. That's only about a 12-foot straight on this table. So that's the only speed section. Everything else, you're in throttle, out of the throttle, on the brake. You really have to drive it around, and I think that's the beauty of this test track. That's its purpose. So I don't know how long it's going to last, but the more I race on it, the more I like it, the more I think, what would it take to make a 6-lane track over where the Carrera track is? How much could I sell the Carrera track for? Could I sell it for enough to get 6 lanes and a little bigger and some more straights? I don't know. And then I go race on the Carrera track back behind me, and I remember how much I love this track. So What else is going on in the chat? Let me scroll back here a minute. The WRE Lola and the new NSR cars are incredible out of the box and really only need a little lube. Chris, I think there's some other things that you can do to make those cars even better, but the beauty of them is it already had all the screws that I would change over the stock. I would go to, the brass NSR screws and the smaller ones for the body. And so that's already been done. It already has the racing guide on it, which is what I would do. It already has the low profile fronts on it. I would already do. And so when you start looking at the money that this car cost, it's still a little more than what I have in all those parts, but it's a lot closer, right? So I like it. It's got the black motor pod, kind of like the black on black for the plastic track in these classic cars. So yeah, I think it's a good, really good starting point. But I'm going to take this thing apart maybe tonight. I still have to pack because we're leaving right after work tomorrow. Tomorrow is a customer appreciation day. If you guys were close, I'd be buying your roast coffee. If you were in Chillicothe, and then I partnered with other coffee shops in all of our service area to give free coffee to our customers tomorrow. So I'm going to be buying a bunch of coffee tomorrow. It's exciting. I love it. It's fun. It's a fun day, but preparing for it is kind of chaos. And so that's what I've got to do. So what else do I have? Josh, Daryl, they somehow keep letting me return. Josh Reed, sure, you only want me for... There's probably some truth in that. Josh texted me, John, and said, hey, do you think you could talk John Albright into sending the +1 for us to test? I said, no, he just got it yesterday. And he's like, oh, he just got that? I'm like, yeah, he just picked it up yesterday, dude. He's had it for a day. That was last week. And to meet you in person after seeing my post online from you. There you go. You beat me on my Thursday, Daryl. You can drive too. Yeah, Daryl likes to sandbag. He likes to talk about it. You were sandbagging to make an old man feel relevant. That's funny. Daryl. I think Daryl would have a lot of fun going to Michigan with us. Buzzkill, good evening. It's been a while, man. Thanks for tuning in. It's good to have you back. In Group 5, not at all. Just had an off night. Came out way too many times. Same with Group C with my one hole off. So I here's the thing. The Group C cars and the Group 5 cars, the sideways and the slotted, they're completely different, right? And I think that adjusting, it takes a couple laps, and so I would have a few offs as well. Excuse me. Kevin, looks like I'm really late to the show. I just started gathering up track and materials for Carrera digital layout. Kevin, nice. Enjoy. Now, don't forget, somebody told me that the link for Softy Bond Planner wasn't working, that I posted in a comment, and I didn't have any problems. I went out to the link and it worked. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that, but Kevin, you might go out there and use the track planner to help you. So what I like about a track planner, I talked about this in my last video, is if I'm freestyling, I kind of waste a lot of time because I can't foresee some of the errors in the track until I run some laps and go, ooh, yeah, that doesn't work. And then I make a change, which is why this is, Polycar is like the 7th different layout that I've had in the last 2 weeks. But the other thing is you don't waste money. And so you don't end up buying a bunch of track that you don't end up using just because you didn't know. But yeah, keep gathering. Ernest, thanks, man. I really like the track too. Who's sandbagging who? There you go. Stock cars was the Polycar track a box set, or did you piece it together? A buzzkill. My buddy Warren from Litech Slots, he had the large 4-lane starter box set, and then he had bought a bunch of extra track from Ernie Mazzetti, MR Slot Car, at the Scale Racing Center, I think is what his track is called. From when he built his big Polycar. I think he has a 6-lane Polycar. Maybe it's an 8-lane Polycar. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've seen video of it. But his leftover track from building that, he sold to Warren. And so when I bought it from Warren, I bought that. And then there was a smaller set, a smaller starter set. It's a 2-lane starter set. That was part of that. And then a bunch of extra track. And so, but I used most of the track to build a 16x6 layout. That's how big that Polycar layout is. So, but I didn't have a planner. I just kind of started piecing it together, and that's why it's taken me 7 different variations of this track to get it to where I feel like it's right. Mike says, I love the poly track. It's right up my alley. Mike, it's a fun layout. Like, I'm really digging it. I was hoping Josh would get to come over tonight. That's my fault that he didn't, because I like for people to try it to get their opinion. So Dusty is really the only person that's been on it. So I'd like to get some more opinions. Alan says 1 or 2 offs can take you from podium to 10th at Cincy. Love it. Yeah, I agree, Alan. You got to be on your game. If you're not, man, you're not making the podium, and that's fun. I'll be honest with you. I like the competition. I like the fact that every week Dusty and I are like, when we race, when I show up, we're back and forth. And like 2 races, he will beat me 1 race, and then I'll get him for the next race. And like, it gives us something fun to talk about on the way home, on the 2-hour drive home, right? Hour and 40-minute drive home, whatever it is, right? I think that's the fun part. Yeah, it's super competitive. The whole Total Domination team was sandbagging for me. Daryl Rogers, is the bull out in the pasture again? Yes. Daryl finished 2nd or 3rd in Group 5. There were 3, all 3 of the podium for Group 5 at Cincy this past week. All 3 of them were Lancia Stratos golf liveries. All 3 of them. And Daryl's one of them. Yeah. Bill's Slot Cars, nice track layout. First time watching. Bill's, thanks for tuning in, man. I'm glad you're here. We do this every Tuesday, except I need to announce next Tuesday I will not be live. And I haven't reached out to George, but typically George will go do a live on Tuesday when I'm not able to do a live. And so I don't know if George is still in the chat, but I ran out of time today, but I was going to text him to see if maybe he and Dave want to do a live stream, the 3A 3D guys, and use the 8 p.m. Tuesday time slot next week. I would be honored if that happens. If not, it's okay. We can take a Tuesday off, but I think I'll be driving and I will not be able to do a live stream. So, all right, guys, it's 10:24. Send me a K-Cup. I'm in Pennsylvania. Gary, that's awesome. I don't usually do K-Cups, I'll be honest with you. I'm an espresso guy. So typically I'm making some kind of, my wife likes to laugh at me. I'm the person in the family that drinks the froofy drinks. And my wife and my 2 kids, they drink Americanos. They're black coffee. No sugar, no cream, no nothing. And I don't do sugar in mine anymore. but I still do half and half. I believe both on Marty's Polycar track, set, and extra track. Yep. Yeah, I'm fortunate. Warren gave me a good deal, and I've got a really decent track for a decent price. Again, like I said, I don't know if I'll keep it. We will practice on it and prep for the Nationals. But maybe after the first of the year, after some other people come over and get a chance to run on it, maybe we do something different. The one thing I will tell you this, and I've thought a lot about it, it could become a portable track, because in about 15 minutes, I can have that track tore down in sections in the back of my truck, and I could set it up in less than probably 30 minutes someplace else, exactly how it is. And if the other place has more space, I could add some track to it, some straight sections, and tie those turns in and really open that track up with a similar design, but much larger layout. That might be fun. Wife got me a new Carrera digital set for my birthday this Saturday. Dominga, that's awesome, dude. Fantastic. I love it when I hear people getting new tracks at home. NSR has a YouTube tuning the Lola. I did what he did, and whoa, fastest car ever on my Scaly track. B-Rads. I recorded Andrea doing that tuning. I have a video from last year's Nationals that our buddy Daniel was talking to him, and I just recorded it. That setup on plastic track is good. It really is good. So it's cool that it translated well to your Scaly track. We know that it does because it translates well to our buddy Greg, who I didn't see in here tonight. Must be too late for him. But yeah, that's awesome. And Dominga's got a new track to set up at home. Kevin, man, thanks for tuning into the videos. I appreciate it. That's why I keep making them, is people keep telling me that they help. Yeah, happy birthday, Dominga. Sean, I've got a Carrera track setting that I have to move into place and just hook up the wires, but I've got to move my wood track first. Just need like 20 people. That's why you need to put it on wheels. Jim Brown, I was wondering if anyone knows where I can get urethane rubber tires to fit the Carrera 124 Lola T70. Love the car, but the stock tires are terrible. I'm in Canada. I know Super Tires make a silicone. Yes, Super Tires does make a silicone. I think they make them in urethane as well, Jim. Because she usually makes both compounds for all of the tires. So you can get that in a urethane from her. And I believe she has some resellers in Canada. But you could reach out to Pamela directly through Super Tires' website, and she'd be able to help you with that. What happened to the other Marty that started this channel? You look... I've lost a couple pounds. Sweet, that's it's been part of my fitness journey. Yeah, I do look a little different. It's hard to go back and watch some of those older videos. And that was just back in March, man. But thanks. I appreciate it. I feel good. I feel really good. It's been good. Pamela is in the chat. Jim, yes, Super Tires makes a tire. It's hard to make, so we don't have it in stock often. Bobcat makes them in urethane, and it's a good fit. How about you, Pamela? Giving our buddy at Bobcat a shout out. Good people right there. Guys, I'm telling you. Good people. That's what this whole thing's about. As soon as I get some chips, sweet, Dominga. Looking forward to it. Um, John Albright, nail on the head. I am a coffee snob. For sure. I believe you might be one as well. I'm in good company. There you go. I should have known. I just needed to scroll down. Super Tires makes urethane tires, and so does Bobcat Tires. Paul Gage as well. Yep. Got to have good creamer in my coffee. Can't say what my buddy calls me. B-Rads, that's all right. Hey, there's no shame in it. You want to enjoy your coffee. I'm not judging you. You're not judging me. It's all good. If you want to put half and half, you want to put a little bit of sugar in your coffee, there's nothing wrong with that. My wife, she gives me all kinds of grief about it. That's funny. Dumb question. When and where will the 3A3D be selling the setup plates from the giveaway? Mike, they're already out there. They are available on the website. George, can you post the website? Since you're a moderator? That would be awesome. Yeah, the 3A3D, they just last week launched a website, which makes it super easy to see all their products, which is good. Because some of their stuff got lost because the Slot Car Corner website is massive, right? I love the Andrea tuning video, 2 screws, that's it. Warren, that's what was crazy about that. We were like, there's no way. There is no way that works. And we all got home and we all took a car that was already fast and we just changed the setup, just like Andrea did. I immediately, within 2 laps, broke my track record. I didn't just break the track record. I smashed the track record. Dusty shows up, does the same thing to his car. He breaks it. Like it's a legit for NSR cars on plastic track. Does not translate to wood. Does not work on wood tracks. But on plastic, it sure does. But now some rules will not let you get away with that because the chassis height requirement. So, but yes, great tuning video. Just goes into roast coffee and tell me I want a Marty Ford. What does Marty get? So Daryl, you might not like what I get now because it doesn't have sugar in it. If you order what I order, I order it with sugar-free simple syrup that they make now. Roast coffee and Super Tires go hand in hand, right? There you go. See, I haven't asked Pamela if she likes coffee. She's done so many nice things for me. I could send her some roast coffee beans if she's a coffee drinker. Pamela, let me know. I will hook you up with some delicious. Roast is a roastery. That was kind of the first thing that they did is they have a big roaster and they roast coffee beans and they ship them all over the world. But there's a lot of coffee shops that use roast beans. They're fantastic. And so I can send you some beans if you'd like. Hope you have a blessed night. Yeah, you too, Ernest. Thanks for tuning in, man. The Department of Motor Vehicles. Thanks, George. Thanks for posting that. I knew it was 3A3DSlotCars.com. I don't know why I didn't just shout that out, but love your tires, Pamela. Yep. Yes, we do. Yes, Pamela does make silicone and urethanes. Bobcats, some awesome urethanes scuffed in. They're fast. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Bob does an awesome job. Great guy, too. We enjoy racing with him at the cave. Next time you brew a pot of coffee, try a wee pinch of kosher salt in the grounds. You can thank me later. Okay. Add some vodka. Marty, I don't see where I can buy you a cup of live stream. What's up? All right, this is out of hand. Voodoo juice. I'm an espresso snob. I drink flat white iced with half and half, nothing else. That's what I'm drinking now. It's also called a breve. Buzzkill. D'Angelo, it's fantastic, dude. That's how I like to drink. I've really grown to really enjoy like the flat white. It's a good coffee drink. I have an espresso machine upstairs. When I got into coffee, I dove in just like slot cars with both feet. I bought a refurbished espresso machine that it was probably, I don't know, $1,200 or $1,500 new, and I bought it refurbed, and I've had to repair it a few times because I make something pretty much every day. But I can steam milk and steam half and half, and I enjoy pouring latte art and stuff like that. I dove in deep, man. I'm telling you. But my buddy Trent that owns Roast Coffee, he's helped me a ton on teaching me how to brew really good coffee. And so when I have a bad cup of coffee, now my wife will drink good, bad, indifferent. It's all the same to her. She really doesn't recognize good coffee versus bad coffee. On the other hand, if I get a bad cup of coffee, like it ruins my day, man. Ruins my day. But here's the thing, coffee's gotten so expensive that if I brew if I pull a shot of a double shot of espresso and I know that it pulled too fast or too slow, I drink it anyway because it's just too expensive just to toss it out. It's got to be really bad. Tad, I drink Folgers. You and my grandpa Ford drank Sanka instant coffee. I don't know how they did that. I can't hack it. But I've had Folgers. I've had a good cup of Folgers. It's not bad coffee. It's just you don't know how old Folgers is. I mean, it could have been ground like nine months ago. So I really like fresh ground coffee. That's why I have a grinder. I grind my own. Oh, you have a Delaney. Nice. I use a full basket, and the beans I use are super crema. Oh, those are good beans, D'Angelo. We should have a conversation about coffee afterwards. I should do an after show, and we can talk coffee. I'm getting off subject. This is a slot car channel. I talk about slot cars. Guys, I'm going to wrap it up. It's 10:38. I got to go pack for Florida. It's been great. Thanks for tuning in this week. I really appreciate you guys. $12 a pound for average beans. Brad, I'm paying a little more than that for a pound of roast beans. And he's now selling them in 3-pound bags, which is how I'm buying them. And they're great beans. I've paid too much money for some really bad beans. Maxwell House, only half cup. The nearest truck stop coffee is perfect for me. The thicker, the better. John, God bless you. I wish I could. I wish I could drink inexpensive, cheap coffee. But I have high standards when it comes to coffee. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. The best part of waking up. Everybody can sing that little jingle, right? Guys, this has been fun. Thanks for the last 5 minutes. It's made my day. It's good to see you. It's good to have you here. I really appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in this week. Shout out to Pamela. She's awesome. She's a rock star when it comes to tires. Go support them. Go to Bruce. Buy them from Bruce. Buy them direct from Pamela. I'm going to win the next race because I'm going to run the Ghost Grips at Cincy Slots. It's in the bag. Just write it down. Guys, go have fun racing. As always, we'll see you next time.